Well, this creek, as you can see, is in quite a steep gully, and in a good rain it'll run a lot of water. And look, I've tried running, straining wires across it in the past, or putting a log across just the top of the water level to keep the stock out, and we found the floods just take the whole lot. And they don't only take the crossing, they take all your end assemblies and everything with it. So we've strained the fence across the top of the high water line, and now we just run electric strings, which are easy to replace, and if the water takes them, well, we can just put them back up.
The creek has always been the weakest link of the fence. Creeks for wildlife are a migration route, and this is basically the design we came up with. The conveyor belt that we use to drop down from the pipe, it's 4mm, it's very flexible, but it's still heavy enough to hang vertical to keep wildlife out. We put it just hopefully above flood level, put a little bit of mesh on each side. Nothing can move that. After every fresh, we just come back and check that there's not a stick or a log in it. That's what we thought was the best way to cross the creek.
Looks like not much, but this gully is a main entry point from the Mitchell River National Park. We've had lots of dogs coming this way. We used to have wire netting, sheets of tin, all the usual stuff hanging across a gully, which you normally lose whenever there's a bit of water flow. This is a prototype, so it's electrified vertical chains. They're only about 4mm gal chain. They fit perfectly in a standard clip-on insulator. The top chain could be anything. That top chain is just taking the strain of the fence from side to side and holding a series of insulators which electrify your other little chain. There's always improvements you could make. If you have an animal trapped out here on the road like a sambar and they get spooked, they'll barrel through anything, and if they hit that at high speed, they can flick the chains up in the air, wrap round the top, and that's a dead short. It doesn't break anything. You can just unwind it and you're back in business. But that's the only thing that's gone wrong with it in that time. Maybe once a year you might have a chain flipped up and shorting.
Well, we first started with I put the horizontal chain and then hung chains from that. The problem with that, when an animal hits that chain, it'll swing up and hit onto the earth wires. So that's where I've changed it with the steel droppers, because they can't catch. So an animal hits it, it'll flick up and fall back down again. When flood times come, well, I have that section that I can switch it off till the water recedes. That's pretty much it for me.